He wasn't just an action star, he was the action star. Before memes, before internet jokes, before Chuck Norris facts took over the world, there was a real man. A fighter. A champion. A disciplined force who turned pain into power. At just 39 years old, with over 3 decades of experience already behind him, Chuck Norris wasn't slowing down. He was just getting started. From battling Bruce Lee on screen, to becoming America's most iconic Texas Ranger, to building a life far beyond Hollywood. This isn't just a career story. It's the story of how Chuck Norris became. Chuck Norris, the fighter before the fame, fast hook opening. Long before Hollywood ever called his name, Chuck Norris was already a force. At just 18 years old, stationed in South Korea with the Air Force, he discovered martial arts. And that moment, it changed everything. This wasn't just a hobby. This was obsession, discipline, identity. While most were figuring life out, Chuck was sharpening his mind and body, training relentlessly, pushing limits, building something most people couldn't even imagine. And it paid off. He didn't just compete, he dominated. Chuck Norris became a multi-time world karate champion, a pioneer, a name that carried weight long before the cameras ever rolled. But here's what most people don't realize. That same discipline, the focus, the mental control, the ability to stay calm under pressure, that's what later made him such a natural on screen. Because acting, for Chuck, wasn't pretending. It was control. And he had already mastered it. The Bruce Lee moment that changed everything. Then came the moment that would change his life forever. A film called The Way of the Dragon. And standing across from Chuck Norris was a man already becoming a global icon, Bruce Lee. But here's the twist. They weren't rivals. They were friends. Before that legendary fight scene ever hit the screen, the two had been training together for 3 years. Learning from each other. Studying styles. Pushing boundaries. Chuck's style. High kicks. Power. Precision. Bruce's style. Close combat. Speed. Efficiency. 2 completely different approaches, blending into one unforgettable showdown. And when audiences saw it, it exploded. That fight scene didn't just make history, it introduced Chuck Norris to the world. Suddenly, he wasn't just a fighter anymore. He was a star, becoming the face of action in the 80s. But fame didn't come overnight. Chuck built it. Film by film. Role by role. Movies like Breaker, and Invasion USA turned him into the ultimate good guy. The man who stood for justice, strength, and control. And if you look closely, every character he played was just an extension of who he already was. There wasn't much acting involved. Just authenticity. Because when Chuck stepped into a role, he didn't become someone else. He brought himself into it. And audiences felt that. They trusted it. They believed it. Walker, Texas Ranger, the role that defined him. Then came the role that would define his legacy. Walker, Texas Ranger. When the project landed on his desk, Chuck already knew. This was different. This was the one. A character rooted in justice, discipline, strength, morality. Everything Chuck stood for in real life, now brought to television. And week after week, he delivered. The show debuted in 1993 and ran for nearly a decade. That's not luck. That's connection. People didn't just watch Walker. They trusted him. And behind the scenes, Chuck made sure every fight scene felt real. Because to him, it wasn't about looking good. It was about doing it right, discipline, pain, and real-life consequences. But that level of commitment, it came at a cost. Even outside of Hollywood, Chuck's training never stopped. He taught others, including one surprising student, game show legend Bob Barker. And Barker didn't just train casually. He went all in. So much so, that during sparring sessions, things got real. At one point, after taking hits during training, Barker went to the doctor. The result? 4 broken ribs. That's the level Chuck operated at. No shortcuts. No half effort. Just intensity. Life beyond the spotlight. But away from the cameras. Chuck Norris lived a very different life. 700 acres in Texas. Horses. Open land. Silence. After years of constant movement, movies, tours, filming schedules. This was his reset. He'd ride for hours. Alone. Thinking. Reflecting. And his personal life. It evolved too. After separating from his first wife, Diane, Chuck found love again with Gina O'Kelly. And then, something unexpected. At 61 years old, he became a father of twins. His response: "I'm just an overachiever." That says everything. The legacy, more than just an action star. Years later, Chuck returned to the big screen in The Expendables 2, standing alongside legends like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Bruce Willis. And when asked who the toughest was, Chuck smiled. Because real strength doesn't need to prove itself. It just exists. He had already done it all. From martial arts champion, to Hollywood icon, to cultural phenomenon. Chuck Norris isn't just a name. It's a symbol. Of discipline. Of resilience. Of staying true to who you are, no matter how big the spotlight gets. From fighting in real life, to fighting on screen, to building a legacy that still resonates decades later. He didn't follow trends. He became one. And maybe that's why, even today, people don't just remember Chuck Norris. They respect him, the late-night appearances that built his image. Here's something a lot of people forget. Before social media, before viral clips, your personality was built on late-night TV. And Chuck Norris, he owned those moments. He appeared on shows with Johnny Carson, David Letterman, even game show appearances that showed a completely different side of him. Not the intense fighter, not the silent action hero, but a calm, confident, slightly humorous man who didn't need to prove anything. And that contrast, it made him even more powerful. Because audiences realized something. This wasn't a character. This was real. When Chuck demonstrated his moves on live TV, it wasn't choreographed for cameras. It was precision. Years of training. Muscle memory. And people watching at home could feel it. There was no acting there. Just mastery. The quiet confidence that defined him. You'll notice something about Chuck Norris that's very rare in Hollywood. He never tried to be loud. Never tried to dominate attention. Never needed controversy to stay relevant. And yet, he was always respected. Even among the biggest names in the industry. When he worked alongside legends like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Bruce Willis. There was no ego battle. No need to prove who was tougher. Because real confidence doesn't compete. It just stands. Chuck even joked about it, saying of course he'd claim to be the toughest, just like everyone else would. But underneath that humor, there was truth. He didn't need validation. He already knew who he was. The shift from action star to cultural icon. Then something unexpected happened. Chuck Norris became something bigger than movies. Bigger than television. He became a cultural phenomenon. The rise of Chuck Norris facts on the internet turned him into a myth. An almost superhuman figure. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups, he pushes the earth down. And while it was all meant as humor, it worked because people already believed it. That's the key. Those jokes didn't create his image. They amplified it. Because deep down, everyone already saw him as unstoppable, aging, legacy, and knowing when to step back. Here's something most stars struggle with. Knowing when to slow down, when to step away, when to let the legacy speak instead of chasing the spotlight. But Chuck Norris handled it differently. He didn't fade out. He transitioned, spending more time with family, focusing on personal life. Being present as a father, especially later in life with his twins. And that might be one of the most underrated parts of his story. Because after decades of discipline, fighting, filming, performing, he chose peace. And that says a lot. Why Chuck Norris still matters today. So why are we still talking about Chuck Norris today? Why does his name still carry weight? It's simple. Because authenticity never goes out of style. In a world full of noise, he stayed consistent. In an industry full of image, he stayed real. He didn't reinvent himself to fit trends. He built something solid and let it stand. And today, that kind of legacy is rare. At the end of the day, Chuck Norris wasn't just playing heroes. He was living one. Through discipline, through focus, through a lifetime of staying grounded while the world around him kept changing. From a young airman discovering martial arts in South Korea, to a global icon standing toe-to-toe with legends, to a quiet life on a Texas ranch. It all connects. And maybe that's the real reason his story still hits today. Because it's not just about strength. It's about control. And Chuck Norris, he mastered both. And before we come to the end of this video, I just want to take a moment to say a very big thank you to all of you for watching. Your time truly means a lot. In a world where there are thousands of videos you could be watching right now, the fact that you chose to spend a few minutes here with me on Hajara Rama TV is something I truly appreciate. This channel continues to grow because of viewers like you. Every view, every comment, and every bit of support helps this community become stronger. And that's what makes creating these videos so rewarding. If you enjoyed this video, please take a quick moment to like the video, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends or anyone who might enjoy this content. Your interaction really helps the channel reach more people who love stories, entertainment, and updates just like you do. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Hajara Rama TV, and turn on the notification bell so you'll always be among the first to know when a new video is uploaded. There are many more exciting videos coming your way very soon, and I would love for you to be part of this journey as the channel continues to grow. I also enjoy hearing your thoughts, so feel free to drop your opinions, ideas, or suggestions in the comment section. Your voice matters here, and your feedback helps make Hajara Rama TV even better. Once again, thank you so much for watching and for being part of this amazing community. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, stay entertained, and keep watching Hajara Rama TV.